Welcome back to the Sports News Analysis YouTube channel, where I'm always breaking down the hot sports topics of the day. My name is Mike. I'm continuing my 2013 7-round NFL mock draft with round 4, picks 21 through 32. Guys, the rest of round 4 is already up, so be sure to check that out. Rounds 1 through 3 are already up as well. And be sure to subscribe to get any updates to my channel here. At pick number 21 is the Cincinnati Bengals. Now, the Bengals want to be a tough, physical, running team. Okay, which is why I expect them to get a running back to sort of partner with BenJarvus Green-Ellis this offseason. I think they're going to get one in the draft. But they also need to upgrade on the interior of the offensive line, most notably at the center position. And I like Travis Frederick, the center from Wisconsin, here in the 4th round. You know, center's a position that's not overvalued in the draft. So you can get a nice pick in the middle rounds and a guy who could potentially start for you and save you a whole lot of money in the process. And I like Travis Frederick here to be the pick from Wisconsin. Pick number 22 in this round belongs to the Redskins. The Redskins, I think, still have a need at receiver. I like, obviously, Garcon as a deep threat. I like what I saw from Leonard Hankerson last year. I just didn't think they need another guy, and I like for that guy to be Steadman Bailey, the wide receiver out of West Virginia. Tavon Austin, obviously and deservedly so, getting all the attention out in Morgantown, even at the pro day. But Steadman Bailey's a guy, disciplined route runner, great hands, which I think is important to get a guy for Robert Griffin that has, a reliable third down option, a little bit out of the slot. He can play outside as well, but in the slot to get open and to get those crucial 3rd and 4s, 3rd and 5s, which the fact that the Redskins have a good running game, they're going to be in a lot of 3rd and shorts where they might have to pass the ball, and I think Bailey would be an excellent option for them there. Pick number 23 overall in this round belongs to the Vikings. Look, the Vikings made a big move, obviously, by getting Greg Jennings. I have them taking a wide receiver still in the 1st round, and I think even, again, in the 4th round. They need to get a speedster. A guy who make a return kicks, punts for them as well. Marquise Goodwin from Texas, diminutive in size, was not used a lot at Texas. I mean, he was a part of the game plan in some games, but not used as much for a guy with his speed and his skill set. So I like Goodwin, Marquise Goodwin, to go to the Vikings and be a dual threat kind of guy for them and be a real catch here in the middle rounds. Pick number 24 belongs to the Colts. The Colts, again, I think they should get a wide receiver for their young quarterback. T.Y. Hilton was solid for them last year. Obviously, Reggie Wayne getting a little bit up there in age. They had Donnie Avery leave via free agency. Tavarres King, from Georgia, who had a good pro day recently at the University of Georgia. I think he's a guy who could be here, 6-foot-tall receiver. I think he's be a solid option for Andrew Luck and that Colts offense here moving forward. So again, I like Tavarres King to the Colts there at pick number 24. Pick number 25 belongs to the Packers. Look, the Packers need to upgrade, if not starter at the offensive tackle spot, they need some depth at that spot. They've had injuries on the offensive line the last several years that have sort of affected the line's cohesion and everything. I think they should get some depth and some starters on the offensive line in this draft. And Jordan Mills, the offensive tackle from Louisiana Tech, I think makes sense here. He may not be a plug-and-play guy from day one, but he's a guy that could certainly be a quality backup and I think eventually take over one of those tackle spots for Green Bay. Pick number 120 belongs to the Seahawks. The Seahawks, again, left tackle, they're all set. All right, obviously with Russell Okung. All right, but Dave Quissenberry from San Jose State is a big body, a right tackle, most importantly. And they had some trouble at the right tackle spot last year. Wasn't a glaring weakness, but it's something that could develop. And again, to get a guy in the middle rounds to sort of develop in case of injury or or in case of underperformance. Okay, so now that was pick number 26 to the Seahawks. Pick 27 in this round belongs to the Texans. The Texans, I think, have a need at one of the inside linebacker spots on their 3-4 defense. Kevin Reddick from North Carolina should still be here at this time. Again, is he going to start from day one? I don't know. But I think he's a guy that, and the Texans have been pretty good at this, developing these middle round picks to eventually become starters when their big name free agents leave. And, it's rare of them to go outside the organization and get a veteran like they did with Ed Reed. But I like Kevin Reddick here to sort of learn the defense. When Brian Cushing went out last year, they suffered at the inside linebacker position, which I think was pretty obvious. But get him in there, get Reddick in there, and again create some depth at a position in case of injuries and things of that nature. Pick number 28 in this round belongs to the Broncos. Look, the Broncos I have a need at corner in my mind. I know they picked up Rodgers Cromartie, but it's only a one-year deal. They obviously still have Champ Bailey, who's on the other side. I like Tharold Simon from LSU here. Look, anytime you get one of these SEC-type corners in the middle rounds, they're not going to be afraid of the competition. Usually, they play in advanced schemes in college from a defensive standpoint. And I think Simon is a guy that can play inside this year while they have Rodgers Cromartie and Champ Bailey. If needed, he could play inside. He could play special teams for you. And maybe eventually, who knows, be a big get and play one of those outside spots when either Cromartie or Champ Bailey leave. Pick number 29 in this round belongs to the Buccaneers. I'm not a big Josh Freeman fan, and I think they're going to try to push Josh Freeman. I think to get a young guy in the draft would be the best way to do that. And Tyler Wilson from Arkansas, I have him still being here at this point in the draft. I don't have the quarterbacks going as fast as a lot of people do because with a lot of these teams, I don't even see the need for them to get a quarterback because of all the other holes they have to fill. So I have Wilson falling to the 4th round here. I think the Buccaneers should get him as an insurance plan to Josh Freeman if he has another subpar year and a guy that I think would fit in well, especially with the weapons that the Buccaneers have now from an offensive standpoint. So Tyler Wilson from Arkansas to the Buccaneers here in the 4th round. The Falcons, I had them addressing a lot of their major needs early in this draft. Defensive tackle is always a spot where you need to build depth, and you can never, in my mind, have enough quality players. Akeem Spence from Illinois. He played in a 4-3 system in college, defensive tackle. Look for him to be the pick here if he's still available to the Falcons at the end of the 4th round at pick 30. Pick number 31, again, the 49ers center situation, I think it can be upgraded. Is it a terrible situation? Absolutely not, but I think it's a position that can be upgraded. Brian Schwenke from Cal, he's a guy that Harbaugh will have familiarity with. He played his college football in the Bay Area. He played college football against Harbaugh for at least a couple years when Harbaugh was at Stanford. I think Schwenke's a quality guy. He'll get all the concepts and the run blocking schemes that Jim Harbaugh and Greg Roman will throw at him. So I like Schwenke, the center from Cal, to the 49ers. And then the last pick in this round, the Ravens need to sort of protect themselves if Brian McKinney does move on. And how Ozzie Newsome does it, and to his credit is, he'll draft these guys, he'll develop them, and they become starters. And Xavier Nixon, offensive tackle from Florida, I think could be a guy in that realm if they're looking to fill the offensive tackle need here at the end of the 4th round. Guys, that's the end of the 4th round, picks 21 through 32. Let me know what you guys think. Hit me up in the YouTube comments. Hit me up on Twitter at SNewsAnalysis. And guys, I've been sort of not keeping up with this 7-round mock draft like I was at the beginning, but I'm going to try to get these next 3 rounds up here in the next couple days, and then I'll also do a mock draft here right before the draft as well, which is still about a month away. Thanks again for listening, guys. Be sure to subscribe, and have a great night.